Welcome back, everyone, to the CRL B stream here at College Carball. I am Vaudable, and who has joined me for the first half of the broadcast and for the remainder of tonight is Meat and Greek, or some people like to call him Treat and Greek at this time of the year. Had to say that, shout out to Squid, but it's going to be a great matchup that we have here for you. The last one of the Eastern Conference for tonight. We only have one in the Western Conference after this, but Miami University facing off against OSU Gray. Do you have any insider information from some of these players, George?
Yeah, actually, I have some information from the Red Hawks from 11. Asked them about how the team was feeling against this OSU team, and 11 said, "We are honestly just in CRL to have a good time. We love taking wins whenever we get the chance. OSU will be tough, but I think we have a good chance to beat them. Regardless, it'll be an interesting series. The only thing I want you to know about the team is that we play using a hive mind." So I'm liking that mentality that they're bringing into this game. I want to see some great team plays come out from Miami University. And, you know, we were talking about this off stream, guys. This is an Ohio matchup. Both these schools are in Ohio. I'm just putting that out there.
It's going to be pretty great to see how these two teams fare. Which team's going to be the best out of Ohio? OSU, not Gray, but their other team actually has been doing pretty well. And OSU Gray actually lost to the opposite team, OSU Scarlet. So a lot of you are saying, oh, maybe OSU Scarlet's the better team. OSU Gray still have a lot to prove. They have only played 4 of their matches so far, 1-3 on the season. Recently lost to Akron, but so has most people in the Eastern Conference so far. So there's not really too much to worry about there. We have to see how these two teams do. And it is Miami, Ohio, which is something a lot of people don't quite expect there to be Miami University in Ohio.
Yeah, Miami University in Ohio, and of course from the Ohio State Buckeyes. I actually got a chance to talk with Threes, but maybe we'll get in a little bit into that after, because our players are just jumping right into this one, Bob. They want to be able to get this game started. So how about we put a fresh 5 minutes on the clock here for this wonderful best of 5. We'll see who's going to take the cake on this series. And of course, like, you guys can't see the chat right now, but our players really just being such good sports to each other, wishing each other good luck. That's what you want to see here in College Rocket League.
Yeah, good luck among some other words that probably aren't appropriate for the broadcast, but it is great to see the teamwork and everyone just showing their school spirit in the chat and just wanting to have a good time here at CRL. And besides the scholarship money and everything that matters as far as the playoffs go, it is always great to see how Rocket League just brings everyone together, especially people who are from the actual same region. But this is a best-of-5 matchup to see who comes out on top, if it is going to be OSU Gray or if it will be Miami University here. A demo from Kings will open up some space. Actually, not for OSU. It will open up that space for Miami instead. Rival not getting the touch, and neither will Midas. Not going to be enough, though, for Threes to secure the goal.
Yeah, big Threes up there playing some good offense, but just wasn't able to get enough speed on that ball. Wait, hold on. That ball almost got past Rival. That was scary.
That was very close. There's been a few times that has happened so far in the first minute of play. Luckily enough for Miami University, they haven't had to worry too much. But it's been a very weird situation on offense, to say the least, for Miami. Now Kings is able to just fake out the defense. Kind of knew that he would not be able to get there in time, but great touch by him.
Oh, goodness. If you're a Rival there, you have to turn on Kings much faster, giving him so much time to set up the flick. That one's going to go over your head every single time. And now Ohio State with the early lead in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Midas, Rival, and their teammate with a very long name, Silavanto, I think that is. I'm pretty sure that's the right pronunciation.
It's 11.
11. Oh,
I've been talking to the 11 on Discord.
11. That is much easier to say. And, you know, maybe 11 is going to use the energy of the new event, the Haunted Hollows, that was just announced, to advantage. That'll be great to see.
No, I'm so hyped for that. It looks so fun.
Does look great, but so does this matchup, as we need to see more out of this Miami team. They hit it off the backboard. need to kind of spread their wings a little bit on offense. Get things going. Threes. Challenging rival Midas. And rival actually kind of working together there, kind of not. I'm going to lead this one up to 11. Rival not able to break past their own side. There's been a lot of space given to this OSU Gray team, and that's not where you want to be if you're Miami.
No, not at all, because right now they're just getting suffocated on their half of the field. There's moments of hope, though, as Midas couldn't get the touch on that ball. A little confusing there about what really happened on that play. Not much interference, but yeah, no touch was found. And that's the kind of thing you have to watch out for if you're Miami University. You have these opportunities. We saw Guelph with a couple of those in their series where they kind of just let things slip away.
Now, rival over to 11. Whenever they keep getting this room on offense for Miami, it just has not worked out. They've been intercepted, disrupted by OSU Gray on the defensive end. And they've still been able to get enough boost to kind of fake out the offense of Miami. Maybe eventually something will go in their favor, but the defense is just too fast to the punch to prevent any opportunity for Miami to get that goal past the line. Now back to their side. A great clear there. Might buy them some time, but they only have a minute and 30 of it to get that tying goal.
Yeah, and Kings put in a rough spot. The demo there, almost blocking his view for the save, but was able to clear out the smoke last second. You get that one purchased away. And you're right, there's not a whole lot of time here left for Miami University, but Ohio State, they're so deadly in the air. You see them going for those midfield challenges. It's really limiting the offense of Miami University and preventing them from creating more chances.
Now there might be a chance for Kings. Could have passed it off to his teammate, but instead they decided to back away, not wanting to overcommit on offense. Try to find the boost because neither of them have had it, and no one has the ball, and instead it is somehow going to get pinched away.
Oh, goodness. You know, when Ohio State has the ball in front of your goal line, you got to be sweating a little bit. So luckily, able to keep that one away, but time is still running out for Miami University. Can they bring us back? Here's Midas attempting to get that ball centered, but doesn't get quite the placement he needs.
No. He actually gets exactly what he doesn't want, gives it up to the opposing side. Rival, unfortunately, clearing that in front of his net, and that is one of the things you never want to do on the defensive end. Forced into that position off the demo, and there was really nowhere to go other than the ball past that goal line. 2-0 so far for OSU Gray. 21 seconds for that lead to potentially change in the favor of OSU or in the favor of Miami University. It needs to start now.
Needs to start now, but you know, I think if you're Miami University, a look at what happened here in game one, build up some momentum going into game two, because 2-0, it's not a huge score line. And again, you have the pieces in place, you just got to put them together. And I do want to see more offense, though, from Miami, because right now they've been pretty limited.
They did have like a lot of potential for offense. They just weren't able to put any shots on the net because we kept seeing OSU Gray disrupt any of the potential challenges they could have made. We only saw 2 shots from Miami University, and the majority of them in that game were in the favor of OSU Gray. Many of them they didn't even need to put onto the net. It just happened that they were able to take advantage of Miami University's positioning and capitalize on that to just put on constant pressure on offense. So if you're Miami University, you need to really take advantage of the space that is given to you instead of kind of throwing it over to your teammates, because every time they've tried to do that, it just has not worked in their favor. We saw in the previous series where the issue with Guelph was that they weren't able to set up those passes. Now it's the situation where they're setting up a lot of passes. They just can't connect with them because they're too readable by the other team.
No, exactly. And they're just... Ohio State, they play at a very fast pace here. And you're noticing that, you're right, when they're setting up these plays to occur, no one's really in position in comparison to Ohio State. They're already on the ball. They're already downfield playing some offense. So if you're Miami, you got to get these long clears initially from your defense, but turn those into pass plays. You can do it. It can be done, but it requires some immense teamwork, and they got to get it together here, or else Ohio State is going to start running away with this series.
especially after that last game we saw. We'll see what happens here for Ohio State and Miami University. They start off strong for OSU, threes. Actually a great redirect right there by Rival. Not a good touch by Midas though. Solid clear. If there was someone there, actually gives it up to three, so he's going to go the distance off that backboard and down. Both players went for it, but Shiro securing the goal.
Yeah, first goal for Shiro for this series, but talking about threes, doing so much work to get that down, Kevin. I think actually if Shiro wasn't even there, I think Big Chris was going to put that one away himself, but Shiro's like, nah, I need a little bit of that limelight myself, so he went in. Now, 11 almost had an opportunity, but can't get it past threes.
Ooh, and threes not able to follow up with the ball either. His teammate Midas in position for the follow-through. The execution lacking a little bit too much by Miami University. There's one from 11 though, and two defenders were in a perfect position to stop it.
Yeah, and that's where that defensive rotation comes in so clutch for Ohio State, and they're not even doing anything. So, what? Please, are you kidding me, Big Chris?
That was some great defense and presence of mind from them as well, especially.
Seriously.
It's crazy that they're able to pull it off.
Yeah, no, that was unbelievable how he was able to get that. Wow, and talking about reflexes. Watch out for Kings. What? Are you kidding? Are you serious? Oh, no way is he just doing this. Ohio State's playing with their food. Look at this.
This is beautiful from Ohio State, Gray, and they are really showing the potential that we haven't seen from them yet in this series, and we've only seen so few matches from them, 4 in total. They have so many more like Guelph did in the previous series, and if they start out with this win, if they go 3-0 against Miami University, who a lot of teams have actually struggled against, they're going to look pretty solid. But another amazing save by threes.
Yeah, oh my goodness, threes just the defensive monolith here on the Ohio State Buckeyes side of the field. Nothing's getting past him, but watch out because Midas might have the touch, but maybe not so as Kings takes possession. You see him twirling through the air like a fighter jet, and goodness, there's nothing stopping him.
Especially threes, he's just been able to stop any of the advances.
No way!
Pop-up, no, it's still not going to go in. An amazing save by Kings on the goal line in position. Not needing to do too much, but just enough to stop that from going through, preventing the goal from happening whatsoever. And a great shot coming out by OSU to try and take this away from their side.
If this was any other team, Miami University would be up 2-0 right now. But they just cannot find a hole in this defense. I can't believe it.
I'm sure Miami University can't believe it either. There's another one from Kings, a perfect setup. They gave them too much room to work with, and that is where they are most comfortable. 11 straight down to threes. And Rival was just spinning around in circles almost because he had no way to get in the way of that one.
Yeah, excellent team play there from Ohio State. They're going to keep on going up on a 3-goal lead here. Oh my goodness, can someone stop this team? They're on fire.
Oh, okay, there it is. They can.
My apologies to Ohio State. I might have Cassius cursed them on this one. Unfortunately, Shiro, maybe not the touch you want, and especially in this case, you do not want to center that ball for your opponent, especially in front of your own box and net with no one there. Yeah, you definitely want to rethink that one.
That was too cheeky of a play on defense, and it just did not work in their favor. They got a little bit overconfident, especially how well they have been doing so far. But now they need to worry about Miami University because they might be able to put one on. Shiro, great deflection by him, away towards 11. Midas, the follow through his own, a good bump as well, but Kings always in position, same as threes to back him up. And all three members of OSU are always ready and waiting for any of these challenges. Threes, he's just going to take his time on that shot. Not as dangerous as Miami University would like on offense. Rival, solid pop-up to Midas, but intercepted by Shiro, the free jump. 11 right over top of threes. This might be an opportunity. There's a good setup over to Midas and right past the defender. There it is. We have a game.
Midas with the mind games. I'm loving this whole team dynamic as 11 was able to get that one past Kings. Kings didn't even notice Midas was there in position like a pinball machine, pulled back, ready to strike. And now this 3-0 lead OSU started to create is now down to 1 goal. Can they keep this up, or will Miami University bring this back?
It's the best we have seen out of Miami University so far. They were down, and a lot of people, us included, counted them out, but not just yet, as Midas almost stopped the clear opportunity to get on the transition. Kings actually getting that demo, works out in the favor of OSU, but not enough to keep it in the blue half. Rival right over to Kings, giving up that possession a little bit too early. A good drop down by Midas. Gives it right back to him. Past one, not the other. 11 will get the block to keep it in the orange half. And now Rival going for the follow-up. Actually, that bounce up the sides not going to work out in the favor of OSU, but there's no third man for the finish. 50 seconds on the clock for Miami University to tie this game up, or they will be facing a potential 3-0 sweep against them by OSU Gray, looking for their second match win in the CRL Eastern Conference. They have so many more games to go.
Confusion in the defense. Oh, three's just can't find it.
What is going on? That should have been all they needed to close out this game, but instead it will be enough for them to clear it out. Miami University, they are so lucky to not be down by 2. But they need the possession in their favor, still going the way of OSU. Less than 10 seconds remain for a potential tie game. Now Shiro with the pop-up, gonna drop it down. Need to keep this one up, need to hit the ball. They somehow touch it just there. Rival over to Midas, he needs to pop it up. Now we need the follow through. Shiro will deny that instead. Over to Midas, barely keeping it up. It might all be for Nye. They have to go the length of the field, and Kings will deny that completely. But it is still in the air. 11 right over top to midfield. There will be the touch that they need. OSU Gray 2-0 so far.
Yeah, OSU holding on by the skin of their teeth in this one, as Miami University, the Red Hawks, started to come back a little bit in this game. It started getting a little bit scary, especially because OSU started this one pretty strong here, Nick, because goodness, when you're up 3-0, like, you're thinking, all right, this series is over. No, Miami is still in it. I mean, it's still 2-0 series, of course, but anything can happen.
Especially after all the offensive pressure we saw from Miami that was lacking that first game. They were able to turn it on to 11, and it was great to see how well they were able to perform. They just weren't able to get that third goal. The deficit was a little bit too high for them to overcome. So maybe if they start out strong in this third game, they'll be able to use that momentum going forward to take down OSU Gray just a peg, because they need to take them down a few more to get that game 5 and potentially the reverse sweep at this point.
Yeah, but OSU right now trying to get the sweep here. I believe a sweep would put them at a 2-3 record, but I think it would put them at a positive game differential.
True.
Just might. It might just, I believe it would. So with that, like, that's huge, especially here in the Eastern Conference where it's so close that every little bit of advantage that you can get when it comes to playoff seeding and the bracket and everything is huge.
And they're currently 7-9 as far as games go. So if they do get that sweep, they'll be 10-9. They will look pretty solid. They just lost to Akron in a 3-0 sweep today off stream. So they're going to be looking to bounce back strong. So we'll see exactly how this team does. It is rough, but it is Akron who have just been doing quite well for themselves. I believe they're still undefeated at this point. Only lost a game, but Shiro able to start things off for OSU Gray, and it's not looking good for Miami.
Yeah, it's a bad look here for Miami, especially because the triple commit in the center of the field. If you're 11 and you send that ball downtown, you have to rotate back and let your teammates do something. Regardless, Midas and Rival not in a great spot either, as they were together on the play as well, and that's not how you want to start a game against OSU.
Especially when you're giving them even more room to work with on offense. Threes was trying to go for some disruption of the defense. Shiro dropping it down to Kings. Not going to be in position, backing off on the play for another pass, leaving that one up to Threes, making sure they can continue this offensive pressure they are mounting against the defense. Actually, leaving that one up for the clear might give them some time for Miami University to come back with a demo. Going to shut down some of the opportunities they could have had on offense. Have to recuperate on their own end. So now they are on the midfield line going for some attacks, but Kings is in the cherry picker position, and he will get the goal.
I want to take another look at how Kings was in set here. I believe he's able to get, no, he does not. Instead, he leaves 11 to go and take a glimmer at that boost, completely just takes him out of the play and just puts that easy shot on net. Ohio State up 2-0.
Crazy to see the way OSU Gray have been able to perform so far. Almost saw a potential goal there from Midas, but it is not going to be it just yet. A great touch from 11, a better save from Shiro. They need more than that to try and score against this OSU Gray team. Rival again, not able to sneak by the defense. Valiant effort from him, but Threes is giving us a show of his own, trying to bait out the defense. They're hitting it off that backboard. Midas in position in time. No one with a follow-up yet, but they don't even need these goals at this point. Having a 2-goal lead, they know that Miami University have not been able to overcome that this series so far.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because Ohio State now, they're playing with such style and glamour. They have so much confidence. They're not even worried about dropping this game right now. They're playing with their food essentially, but this could be an opportunity. So close. Oh my goodness, that was as close as you get to scoring that goal.
There's been so many opportunities like that throughout this series for Miami University. Unfortunately for them, they just have not been able to secure the goal, especially when they are given that kind of space. That's been the difference maker, not even the defense or the amazing transitional plays we've been seeing from OSU Gray. The kicker has been that whenever these opportunities have happened for Miami University, they can't secure the goals. We need to see more out of that. There is about halfway point of this game. This might be the last one we see out of this Miami University team so far. Still have a chance in the corner. Kings actually drops that down. Shiro, good positioning by him to send it towards midfield. Threes having to give this one up to the defense, but he's going to be waiting for Kings to style on his opponent. Good clear all the way over to the corner, but that gives it up to Threes again. He'll send it right back whence it came. 11. Following this one up, Midas jumping a little bit too early, not getting a touch at all. Demoed for his efforts on defense. With less than 2 minutes remaining, 2 goals looming overhead, and none of the possession. This is a dire spot to be in if you are Miami University.
Yeah, it's not looking good for them, Bob, but there's still a chance here. As long as there's time on the clock, there could be an opportunity that they can create, and this could be one where you can get it. No, Rival couldn't get the dunk on Kings. He secures the clear.
Minute and 22 seconds remaining. There is a chance as there is pressure on the OSU side, and as I say that, it fizzles out. Breeze of a shot over to Midas, right past him. They'll let that carry its own momentum forward. Shiro stops it in its tracks. Threes down to Kings. There's the touch. There's a great clear from 11. Now we need to see Rival secure this goal, and that is exactly what they needed. The transition on lock, and so is the 1-goal differential.
Oh man, I was holding my breath on this one because you never know. They're going, because we've seen some easy shots whiffed in, not just in this series, but all night. So there's a lot of pressure on these players, but now down only by 1 goal, Miami University. You can tie this one up, bring it to overtime, maybe even take this one, start the reverse sweep. It all starts here though. You got to get past this OSU defense.
Especially with 1 minute remaining, well, less than a minute now, and almost a bigger differential there. Kings can't secure it. There's some trouble in Miami University town now, as it is going back to their side time and time again. Threes not letting them breathe at all. So there's now 30 seconds less remaining on the clock. 11 trying his heart out to take this downfield, getting denied at every opportunity by OSU. There's a good shot. Ooh. Not on target though. Will get deflected away. And less than 15 seconds remain for Miami to tie things up.
But unfortunately, it looks like this ball is going to stay on the Miami University. Something can happen here. 11 has possession, but that one's going to be cleared all the way downtown. It looks like OSU are going to take the clean sweep here. They're going to take this one over the Red Hawks of Miami University. Congratulations to them. They're going to improve their record to 2-3 and their game differential to 10-9. So with that, they're going to go a little bit above 500. But unfortunately for their record, they're still under 500 in that respect. But it's still considerably early in their season. They've only played only played 5 games.
10 more matches after this one, so plenty of
Rocket
League
League
for them to play. There's a week left to play 10 matches, which is insane how this team still has so much Rocket League to pack into their schedule. Because the main season for CRL is go around with 2 conferences, Eastern and Western, 16-team round robin, and you have to do that in 3 weeks. And eventually it goes to the regional playoffs, where that'll be some insanity. The top 8 teams from each conference facing off against their own region. And then top 2 from that face off against each other at Texas in Arlington. It's going to be a great time. Make sure to get your tickets if you don't have them already. What is the link for the people who might be interested in that, George?
Nick, you're putting me right on the spot for this one, but off the top of my head is going to be rlesports.gg/CRL. That's it. That's the link.
You go.
Yep, there you go, folks. Get your tickets there. Early bird pricing of $10 until Halloween, which is October 31st. I don't know why I had to say that like that.
For those who don't know when Halloween is, I need a bit of a refresher myself.
Starting November 1st, tickets will be $15. Tickets at the door will be $20, so be sure to order them ahead of time if you're going to be going. That's going to be a fantastic time, a great source of Rocket League action, where you'll see LSU just completely dominate all of the other teams, led by no one else other than renowned CRL player T. Bates, of course.
Man, you might curse them now. Who knows what'll happen in those playoffs, but they are doing quite well for themselves. I believe they're like 9-0 on the season. Still have a lot of the top teams in their conference to face off against, but it is going to be our last matchup coming up after the break. Will be Utah Red facing off against Cal Poly B. So that's going to be, or CP Slow B. So many Cal Polys, but that's the one that will be actually facing off against the Utah Utes Red. Both these teams not really having the greatest performance so far. Utah Utes Red 0-4. Cal Poly Slow B 2-1. Still have a lot more games to play, so that's going to be one that you can check out after the break. So don't go anywhere. This is the CRL B stream here at College Carball, and we'll be back in just a few moments. Too much, but it's been